Welcome in, Pisces. Welcome to your love reading. Let's take a look at the energies around you, who you're attracting in. Look at the person that's on your mind, Aries through Pisces. You can scroll forward. You'll see the title on the screen. I'll look at their thoughts, feelings, intentions, and any actions towards you in October. Your overall energy is the Judgment card. All right, so that makes some important decision that could change our future, your future. There could be some forgiveness coming in, but this is the day of reckoning. This is the day of, facing one's truth, having some sort of realizations of what's been going on in your life. So this is an overall energy. So this can affect you in all areas of your life. The judgment, can give you a chance to judge something differently, to give something a second chance. Maybe, you prejudge something, or, it's coming back around for you to look at and go, maybe I was wrong about this or the situation. Maybe I was blaming this or somebody for this, or I was thinking this, or maybe I can forgive them. Maybe it is time for me to forgive somebody and move forward for my own peace of mind. But it's also, maybe I should give myself a fresh start, stop blaming and criticizing myself. So this energy can show up in a lot of different ways in your life. But it's an important one because it's a burden being released from you, or you're being relieved. You feel the weight lifted from your shoulders when you go through a judgment period. All right, it starts to clear up. You start to see the truth. You start to see your truth. You start to realize, and you have a chance to make a better decision so that your life, your timeline can go, in a new, hopefully easier direction. What's influencing that is a relationship underneath here, the Two of Cups, right? So you definitely could be making important decisions or having some realizations around relationships, the way you communicate in relationships, the way others treat you in relationships, the way you guys show up for one another. So we are seeing, important deep conversations around truth. What's the truth, Pisces? Is this my person? Are we on the same page? Is this love? If it's love, can we move forward? Can we give this a chance? So it does look like October could be a month really focused on relationships. Let's see you, the Fool. All right. So already, you've got this energy like, I'm ready to move forward and I'm feeling pulled to move forward, and I don't really feel like you're too concerned either about, what's next either. It's like, you just kind of, but the thing is with this judgment card, it does say you're ready for something different as well too. Like you're ready to follow your truth. You're ready to follow your calling. So you are feeling nudged to start something, to go on this journey. You have major arcana showing up for you. So it feels like it's kind of out of your control. Even though it depends on what you believe. Did you write your own path, right? Maybe, right? But this seems to be a very important time of your life where your direction is shifting towards your truth, towards your destiny, towards this new beginning that you may have been fantasizing about for quite some time. But what is your block, though? Because that's going to be the important, what is it that you need to clear, and what is it that's your block? We have the Knight of Swords, your purpose. What is your purpose? So your purpose is you right now. That's what I've got, Pisces. Some of you, the challenge is the Knight of Swords. You may be judging yourself for past decisions that you made, all right? Past decisions around relationships that you made. Am I still on the right path? Am I still eligible for what it is I truly want? And, can I release some of my past decisions? So it does feel like your block is, impulsive decisions, accusations, assumptions. You may be placing judgments on yourself, assumptions that you can't do something, you can't have something, you can't have someone, you're never going to have this relationship that you want. You're never going to have peace. There's nothing or no one out there for you. There's all kinds of things that can go on with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can be a very defensive energy. And this is what you're being asked to face. You know, where are you guarding yourself? Where are you up against a battle? Where do you feel like you're always defending yourself? You know, maybe some of you are ready to go in a new direction. You want to find your purpose, but you seem to be, you know, you might have a lot of defensive energy around you. You might just have heard a lot of things, and you might be blocking yourself and just feel like, well, I don't know what the next step is because I don't know my purpose. And the Fool card, though, but you know that you don't have to know where you're going next. There is, you know, the law of attraction, but there's also, you have experience, physical experience of you always make it through. You always figure it out. So what's the difference now is that it's calculated. It's like you are feeling pulled to do something, but you're scaring yourself. Whereas in the past, you may have just jumped in and gone and not even thought twice about it. It's like, all right, we don't know where it's going, but let's figure it out. You might be trying too hard to figure out the end game of where things are supposed to go. It's going to be a challenge for you. And also, you know, putting down, maybe you've been fighting people. Maybe you feel attacked. Maybe you feel like people have been attacking you, or, you know, but I also feel like it could be yourself, attacking yourself for some decisions that you've made, right? And this is going to be a big release for you. What's coming towards you in love is the Justice card. All right, so it does look like you have somebody that wants to make peace, that wants to bring some sort of closure, justice to this situation. May feel like they owe you some explanation, maybe coming in to justify what they've said, to, you know, make something real, make it right. You know, just mediating, even if we can't agree, can we agree to disagree? It could be something along those lines. But I am seeing a judgment and mediation and, you know, maybe reconciliation. The challenge for you is you're not sure what you really want. All right. Now I have the Page of Cups showing up. There could be children involved. And I have the Eight of Swords. All right. So I am seeing here that in the month of October, you could be faced with some serious limiting beliefs, right? And really having to make some important decisions around how you're judging a situation or how you're seeing a situation. You may be feeling stuck and like there's no way out, but there is a way out coming in. There's somebody coming in to make some peace with you. And it could even be an apology for saying something emotional, immature, or somebody, you know, feeling stuck or doesn't want to be vulnerable or didn't want to be wrong about something, but it looks like they're stepping up to the plate. And I have a Page of Wands, right? So you are seeing, there's actually possibly a couple people that maybe you're reconciling with in October. It seems like there's a lot of romance also for you. Maybe you're feeling stuck when it comes to a choice that you have to make. That's showing up here as well too. Are you limiting yourself by your doubts? Are you telling yourself that, you know, are you letting your insecurities, judging yourself about a situation, you know, and you could be the one that's blocking it from going to the next level. You know, it's like you want commitment with somebody. Somebody looks like they want commitment with you. But you may, with your challenge being this defensive energy and being on guard and maybe judging somebody too much or judging yourself, could be blocking it from moving forward. So that's what I'm feeling. Like October is going to be a month of judgment. It's going to be a month of, you know, it depends on how you look at the situation and how you respond to the situation that is going to decide whether this Justice card is making peace with something, finding closure with something, or a new commitment, success, balance, fairness with somebody. All right. So that's what it's really going to come down to. It's how are we going to treat this situation? How do you really feel? Are you ready to let down your, you know, guards a little bit? And for some of you, are you ready to go off on your own if that's the choice you make, right? And if it's the Fool card is, if you're ready to move forward with somebody, are you ready to trust? Are you ready to let down those swords? And that's where you've got the armor on. Anything else Spirit needs to know? I mean, Pisces needs to know. I see the Temperance card. Spirit's saying Pisces, there's a lot. You're clearing up here. All right. You're kind of revisiting some situation that I'm seeing. Maybe taking a look at certain things that you've done. You could be doing a life review, a relationship review, taking a look at some of your own choices, decisions, some things where you may have made choices that you wish you did something different. Well, you can't keep beating yourself up about that. All right. But you may be going through this right now. And the Temperance card is telling me, though, but you're exactly right where you're supposed to be. 11:11 when I said that. All right, there's a union coming together, and you're going through the process of evolution and healing and spiritual growth. That this is part of the journey. It may feel confusing to you at times, but what's confusing to us makes sense to the universe, right? And it seems like you have strong universal energy in your reading, which means the divine is guiding this for you. You really just got to trust and let go with this point, with that Temperance card. Just watch the signs, and go, this is being in the flow. And that flow it doesn't mean don't do anything. It just means release the worry over and just listen to the signs and synchronicities in your soul. Where is it telling you to go? Because right now you're right where you're meant to be. The Temperance card, everything is unfolding the way it's supposed to, and restoring balance in your life. So you have strong Scorpio energy, Sagittarius energy, fire, Libra energy showing up for you. But I am going to look at Aries through Pisces for you to dive a little deeper. All right. So Aries through Pisces. All right. So I already shuffled all these cards. I remind you guys that every time, but if you're new, I just kind of move them for you to save some time, because I use 3 decks and I want you to see that they are getting moved. All right. So Aries through Pisces, this is the person that is on your mind. And so meditate, pick, do you want the sun, moon, rising, Venus? What are you looking at here? Because if you choose too many, it could confuse you. You might be like, well, which one do I listen to? And you want to know beforehand. All right. So Aries through Pisces. If you're connected to an Aries, we have the High Priestess. All right. So they're keeping quiet, but they're feeling you. They're feeling you. The way they view you, the Six of Swords. All right. You've got an Aries that's, more interested in you and watching you and keep, thinking about you than you know. It could even be a secret admirer in Aries, because you had the Fool card. It looks like everything's favoring you at this time for an Aries, for them to roll in. You guys are going somewhere. They feel happy when they're with you. They like being around you. They like what they see. I love you, actually. All right. So you got them keeping tabs, wanting to hopefully clear things up, pick things up, and move on. Let's see where things go here with an Aries. Taurus, we have Ace of Cups, so they do think they're in love with you, but they do feel bad also. And they might feel bad that you've had to be patient with them. And this is another one where it feels like you and a Taurus, you might be dealing with somebody that needs to do something on their own right now. Your Taurus needs to figure out something that's going on within their own world, their own mind. Use your instincts. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you can be doing, but it does look like your Taurus could be struggling with a depression, could be struggling with insecurities. I feel terrible for hurting you. All right. So there is this, giving it time, having patience. Or it looks like they're really shutting down and really self-reflecting. Gemini, 9 of Wands. So they're not, it doesn't look like they want to give up just yet on this connection, but you're torn. You're not sure. You keep going back and forth. Do you focus on yourself? Do you focus on your career? Do you give this another chance? Because they abandon people. They've abandoned you several times before. And it just seems like you are, not quite sure you want to do this again, but you both look like you could still give it another shot. Cancer, the Emperor card, the 6 of Wands. All right, let's talk business. Right, you've got their attention. You've got a Cancer's attention. They're like, I see you. Right, you are important to me. You've got my attention. I like you. I see how far this can go. But it also is. There's past here. There's lessons not learned. You guys have a lot in common. You guys may repeat certain patterns. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. So there's definitely some things. You guys can win this. You can battle it. You can move forward. There could be a chance for success, but there is stuff that, you guys have to work through and talk about, because there is a past that we need to let go of. Or can we? That'll make or break this. Leo, the 2 of Cups. So you and Leo have got love, but they're feeling on guard and defensive. And this is that Knight of Swords. Maybe your problem is with your Leo here not making a decision about a relationship. The way they view you, 6 of Pentacles, right? They may, they may respect you, want a relationship with you, but also want their freedom. I feel like I can't give you what you need. So you are dealing with the Leo that keeps going back and forth, changing their decisions. And it's messing with you because you feel the support, you feel they do give, and then they stop. It's they give enough, they get you going, you feel the love, and then they stop. They go in a different direction. Everything turns around. All right, they can't seem to make up their mind. 1 minute they're open-minded, 1 minute they're feeling good about this, and the next minute they want their freedom. And they may say something impulsively. They may make a choice, a decision, an argument, and then really crush you. It comes down to, I feel like I can't give you what you need. They're still working through something here. I see a possible conversation. And I don't see this ending either. I see you guys still kind of dealing with the same thing. Virgo's got something to say to you. All right, they're feeling you. All right, they may be trying to figure out what to say to you. They view you as looking good. You're really free-spirited. You stay focused. You're disciplined. You got it going on. All right, you may be putting yourself together after moving on from something that was painful. Or they see you transforming yourself. They might be seeing you get in shape, do your thing, looking good. You got a Virgo. It's got their eyes on you, though. All right. And I see getting ready to reach out to you. All right. So there's emotional cleansing and reset. So it looks like you are going through purging. Your Virgo is also going through a purge. That you guys both could be leaving relationships that were jealous and possessive, or there could have been some jealousy or possessiveness with your Virgo. Right. I am getting that. They're very jealous maybe about the way you look, the way you presented yourself, because you're looking good according to your Virgos. Libra, Page of Pentacles, right? They're trying to figure you out. They've got passion for you, right? But they see you as heartbroken, see you as disappointed in them, all right? They've got more to give. Your Libra needs to step up. They've got some passion for you, but they're only showing you very little. They're kind of taking their time studying you, and but you're meant to fulfill this contract with them. And you're always on their mind, all right? So I don't know if you guys are separated, if they're trying to do their thing, trying to figure things out, trying to work, they're ambitious, and maybe you guys had to be separated, or you guys are taking time apart. But you guys are still on each other's mind, and you're meant to fulfill this. So it's part of life. You guys are working through some challenge. Scorpio. 3 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, right? Scorpios definitely likes what they see, and they view you as very charming, very loving. So it looks like a Scorpio feeling you, right? You may be feeling like, what's happened with your Scorpio. They could be, going through some period of needing rest, health-wise, emotional-wise, doing some renewal, cleansing, hibernating. but I see them coming back out to play. It looks like, something's changing here. I may have been pretending like I wasn't interested, but that's not the truth. I see something good coming in with you and Scorpio. Sagittarius, the death card, they may have called it off, but they're still moving. They're still feeling a pull towards you. They still question where this can go. They know that they confuse you. They know, but they also feel like they can't meet your expectations. All right. I do see them coming back in though. Something, they are focused. Something is still keeping them, maybe unfinished business. They feel there's so much I want to tell you. So what you thought was over is not over. Capricorn, women, Libra, Scorpio, Sag. Yeah, Capricorn, 10 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so they may come back around, but they may keep you stuck. They have maybe fear of commitment, or they're in another relationship. I see opposition, tests. You guys are polar opposites, Capricorn. It doesn't seem seems very karmic, and it seems like they're coming back around. You guys seem to be stuck on each other, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere. All right, I am afraid of commitment. All right, there you go. Aquarius, 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. You got an Aquarius making things more difficult than they need to be. Looks like they're stressing out, trying to do everything on their own. They got a lot of stuff going on. They're very busy, but they're into you, so they may be acting hard ass or doing their thing, but they are definitely feeling you, attracted to you, Pisces. 2 of Pentacles. They view you though as kind of flopping around, keeping things up in the air, not quite sure where things are going. And I see they want to talk to you. So there's still something going on here between you and an Aquarius. All right, please forgive me. All right, so there could be a conversation coming in, reconnecting, very talkative, lots of energy coming in with an Aquarius. Pisces, look at the Justice card again. All right, so you got some justice coming in, somebody being honest, somebody, revealing there's a conflict, getting over some conflict. All right, so this is synchronicity, what we saw. All right, something been buzzing around, and we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It looks like you're figuring out, finding some sort of resolution, closure with maybe an earth sign, but we are looking at Pisces and Pisces. And I'm seeing here, figuring out where things are going, getting some sort of sense of peace and success, abundance coming in. I see fire element, dramatic, instant attraction, and a sudden event clearing things up in October. And I have sexual fantasies about you. Wow. All right. So make sure you check out that QR code. If you want to check out my website, I have my handmade candles, my Zodiac candles. The cherry boxes that come with them are handmade as well. I have the seasonal ones too for the winter solstice and the New Year's and Thanksgiving. So you can check those out if you want to. I love you guys. Everything was personalized and handmade by me. All right. Take care.